Welcome back, twins, to another video essay. Today, I'm going to be talking about being chalant. In this day and age, 2025, and through 2026 and beyond, how we need to try to be great, and we need to put effort and intention into the things that we do, and how like I talked about in the last video, the victimhood in creativity and the lack of creativity in other modalities such as business, finance, and the more untraditional creative acts is suppressed, and how that suppression affects trying and effort. I'm very excited to talk about this topic, and very excited to show you some of the videos and the edits. Love a good hype edit, love a good hope core edit, but I hate kind of motivational hustle porn rhetoric. So that's what this video is kind of going to be about, and how we can take a artisan approach to effort and trying. So I'm very excited about this. I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach. I'm going to talk a little more, less notes. So let's get into it and break it down. Before we start the videos, I want to read through the definition of chalant to guide us through this, and to just give some grounding for what we're going to talk about. Chalant is a slang, humorous word meaning the opposite of nonchalant. It describes someone who is careful, attentive, concerned, serious, or engaged with something, unlike the unconcerned nonchalant. The words that stuck out in this definition are careful and attentive. Also concerned and engaged. A lot of times in our lives and in our vocations, we tend to not care, usually for the fear of failure, but especially when expressing creativity or doing creative acts, heavily correlated to the victimization of business and creativity, and specifically creativity and business. We think that because making money is perceived as bad, or success is perceived as bad in creative acts, that if we just don't try, that will combat this feeling. And I think those are kind of at odds with each other, and I think that you can at both times be not trying to necessarily make tons of money, and also try extremely hard and be great. And if that greatness, if money and success is a byproduct of that greatness, you should at least try to be great at a minimum. And it doesn't mean that you are greedy and should not be successful. So I hope that made sense. I'm kind of riding the stream of consciousness in catching this idea that has come to me and trying to passionately articulate it to you. So let's get into the videos. First video I have is a video of Timothy Chalamet. This is a classic video that has spurred on this conversation, and is kind of blew up at the beginning of the year, and I think is one of the greatest non-hustle, non-grind set mindset videos that portrays my feeling of trying and wanting to put forth effort in a carefully crafted way with intention while trying to be great, because I want to be great and I want to do great things, and we'll talk about a little bit more of that, but this video shows that well.
But the truth is, I'm really in pursuit of greatness. I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here tonight. I'm as inspired by Daniel Day-Lewis, Marlon Brando, and Viola Davis as I am by Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, and I want to be up there. So I'm deeply grateful to that. This doesn't signify that, but it's a little more fuel, it's a little more ammo to keep going. Thank you so much.
That's an incredible video that really encapsulates the first section. Section 1, go for great. What I really, really love about this video is he's being vulnerable in the sense that he's outwardly expressing that he's trying to be great. He's putting his heart and soul into everything. He is, watching the greats that he admires that came before him. He's actively in pursuit of this. Somewhere along the path of life, in all areas, we have stopped going for greatness. We have stopped trying to be the best that you can be at whatever you have set out to do. And being the best that you can be doesn't always mean making the most money, having the most monetary success, being the most famous, but it is committing yourself to being the best at one certain thing that you can be in the whole world and trying your ass off to be great and outwardly expressing your greatness. Most people aren't trying. Most people are not trying in life, and they're not expressing that. They are expressing that they're not trying. They're caught up in what people may think, the judgment based on a specific field that they're in. Many different factors affect maybe the confidence. So I was in a meeting with a company, and one of the executives in the meeting said that basically something to the effect of the younger generation isn't trying. They don't put themselves out there. They don't put effort. And he's listed off a bunch of common tropes of the younger generation: social media, social skills, all the things that, maybe a large generalization, but often sometimes true. And what I took from that is he didn't know my age or what generation I was in, but I noticed that if in this current time and in this current market regime of industry, we can try and put forth effort and go just a little bit the extra mile on some of these things that man was talking about, we will stick out like a sore thumb. I've been thinking about this concept a lot, like trying just a little bit makes you then stand out. It's like leverage. You have incredible leverage in this generation where it's a ratioed bet. You're like a one input gets you a 6 output. You try just a little bit. You go for greatness just a tiny, tiny bit. And that's one input of effort is a 10 output. Because the baseline is everybody thinks that this generation doesn't try and we're not putting forth effort and, woe is me kind of vibe. I disagree with that. But if they think it and that's the paradigm, then why not just try a little bit, and you'll reap all the benefits in every single aspect of your life. Not just monetarily, but you'll get the satisfaction of doing great things and giving back. So, small outputs, small inputs give large outsized returns. And unfortunately, most people older than us think we don't try. That's a huge problem. So off to section 2 and the second video, another Timothy video about kind of how. Okay, section 2. Let's get into the next video.
You could be the master of your fate, you could be the captain of your soul, but you have to realize that life is coming from you and not at you. And that takes time.
Okay. That's such an incredible tackle. I don't even know if he originated that quote or, what that's from, but truly, truly, truly incredible quote. Life is not coming at you. And I think that's what people sometimes struggle with when, trying to do great things, trying to go the extra mile, trying to be great, is we feel there's a lot of psychological things that go into it, and I'm not going to try to go down that path, but what I want to impart on you and imprint on you is life is coming from you. Greatness comes from you. All the things that you encounter in your life, in your business, in your art, it can come from you. You have to change your frame. These things are not coming at you. Things are not happening to you. Flip it to things are coming from you. Your greatness comes from you. Section 2 is life is coming, greatness. That's what it is. Greatness is coming from you. That mindset shift is so powerful in all walks of life. I use the example so much because I love these two things and I want to blend them in. So greatness is coming from you. I want to use this example because I use it all the time. And for the sole purpose of you do not have to, just because you like something doesn't mean you have to act like that something. People confuse like art and finance. I use that example a lot because they think that somebody who is into art or music cannot be into finance and vice versa. There's been this separation of the two arts, so to speak, business and creativity. And I want to try to join that gap with this channel because I'm into very different things. You have the power within you to express your greatness and your effort and your concern onto the things that you do every single day. I like to use the examples of these two things a lot, creativity and the creative act and investing in finance and business. That's kind of like, I love the dichotomy of the two because I think they both aid in each other. They both help in both of those modalities. And I think that in both of those things, you have to realize that the greatness is inside you. Life is not coming at you. It's coming from you. You put forth your life in that action. You make greatness. You make greatness through your effort. And changing that frame is very, very helpful. You make greatness from your effort. You make greatness from your effort. And stop being afraid of greatness. Stop being afraid of greatness. One of the other things I want to talk about is the reason we're afraid of greatness is because the reason I made the last video, we have victimized ourselves as creatives, and we have made money a bad thing, and we've made up all these reasons to kind of victimize a whole group of people. And all I'm trying to say is that two can be true. There's balance, and you can put forth effort and greatness and be different in all these different ways. You can be into art, and you can be into business. You can be into music, and you can be into finance. Don't have a limiting mindset, and don't think just because one thing about you is true that therefore you fit the mold to the other. This is why I truly believe people struggle with trying to be great and putting forth effort and really, really, really trying. They're worried about what people are going to think about them. They're worried about getting success, and they're worried about all the things that come with it. And I think that you are not these stereotypes in these, universes that people put you in. You're not in all these different buckets. You are different, and you have the capacity of greatness. There's no stereotypes. Things are more nuanced than they seem. Life is nuance. It is not blanket normality. So, on to section 3, the next section in the next video.
Stop trying to look and act and think like everyone else. The conformist only demonstrates that he is unimaginative, unenterprising, and mediocre. In contrast, the men who will make their mark are the ones with free-willing imaginations and strong, highly individualistic personalities. Stop trying to look and act and think like everyone else. The conformist only demonstrates that he is unimaginative, unenterprising, and mediocre. In contrast, the men who will make their mark are the ones with free-willing imaginations and strong, highly individualistic personalities. Stop trying to look and act and...
This video is so great. It's from the Founders Podcast. Whether you like the Founders Podcast or not, there's great value in history and looking back at the greats of our time. And the point I want to make on this video, and that video perfectly explains it, is by fitting into these stereotypes and by giving power to creatives, can't make money and they can't be successful because that takes away, the creative spark, or that takes away what it's all about, or business can't be in creativity and creativity can't be in business. You are being a conformist. You are conforming to the norms, what the world has told you to be. And so the whole point is, if you do not conform to these things, and you don't conform to the social norms and the pressure of the world and what everybody believes to be true, you therefore are being great, and you are being creative, and you are going against everything that a conformist mindset is. And I think that's the whole entire point in antithesis of this video. And by not being conformist and being like everybody else, you can be great and be chalant and put effort into the world. You are being conformist by believing these stereotypes. Don't. Be different. Be great. And part of the stereotype and the conformity is people thinking that you cannot be great in certain avenues of life. You can be great. You have to be different. I love that video. That's incredible. I want to show one more video and then wrap this up. These videos are a great expression of what I'm trying to portray to you today and this little thought experiment.
Enthusiastically build an extraordinary reality day after day. Today in the world, there are still too many women and men who suffer because they struggle to hide from their children the sorrow of humiliation in life. Every morning, they get up and face the world only to come back disappointed. If people tell you that your plan is too ambitious, do not listen to them. They are trying to clip your wings.
This is such a great video. And this plays on the theme I'm talking about. Don't listen to people trying to tell you how you should be, or to not chase greatness, or to be risk averse. All of these things are conformist ideas, and greatness and success comes from being different and doing it your way. Don't listen to others. They're just trying to clip your wings. You have to be enthusiastic in life. And if enthusiasm and greatness and effort and seriousness get you success, then great. But at a minimum, you're trying and you're putting forth effort. That video is beautiful. I feel like this stream of consciousness is coming to an end, and I feel like I've attempted to impress my ideas and some of my thoughts about this topic of being great and attempting greatness. Try, put effort. Do not let the world judge you and tell you that you're trying too hard, or that you're in it for the wrong reasons, or that being successful and making money in your field is wrong and takes away the purity. Don't let people tell you that you have to be a certain way because you like a certain thing or are in a certain field. Be great in whatever field you're in. Be creative in that field. And be chalant. This year is the year of being chalant and trying as hard as you can. So remember, these are just thoughts. Nothing I say is truth or known to be true, just musings and ideas that I try to portray to you to further your progression and your evolution as a person. Thank you. Mary Chrysler.